many skinny people look so fabulous on horses. I always feel like I look like a sack of potatoes. He's starting to drop his head. Oh, back up he goes. This is what she calls shallow loops. And this is how she works them into suppling up and starting to draw. Maybe it's my fat butt that causes the bad steps.
I thought your butt was looking pretty skinny these days.
Well, I don't know, he hasn't took a bad step since she's been on him, so I like to blame myself for everything that they don't do perfectly. See, he's starting to drop there. Now, good boy.
Getting a little behind the leg here.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
No, I'm not actually asking for this.
But it was a lovely transition. See, it's like he's in the canter, he's afraid that someone's going to bang him in the face.
Is that new?
Well, he was like this when we first got him, and then Ashley rode him for that whole season with Francis, and see, there he goes, better. And they got through it, and Ashley learned how to ride him really well. He's one of the, like, the more you do something with him, the better he gets at it. And then, of course, he didn't do anything really last year, and I just started riding him this year, and I'm not as good a rider as her. So he started doing it again. And it's like once you get into the canter, he's there, but we know that he can do it so much better.
Interesting.
What's going on?
Definitely connected with me taking up a bit more of a contact.
He likes it.
And as you can see, I'm not pulling on him at all. But what I was doing was good boy.
Yeah.
I just I mean, obviously I didn't take him back. Once he got it, I'm only too happy to let him know, yeah, you know what? Feel it. Doesn't hurt. It's fine.
Yep,
He's a
see,
bit
so-
happier with it this time. Good. Yeah, now I'm gonna let him stretch.
Here comes the
Good
stretchy
man.
circle. See, he's taking the contact and dropping his head. There he goes. That's beautiful.
That's a supreme stretchy
That
circle.
is a supreme stretchy circle. Oh, he slipped. So when, in the dressage test, when they ask Carolina for the stretchy circle, this is what they want.
Not the most graceful, but he stayed really soft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're fine. Now, whether he likes it or not, I'm going to have to take the whip because he's getting a little behind the leg. I've got a feeling, you know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit for reasoning things out, but I've got a feeling that he was just waiting for me to ask him to canter.
He's a tester.
Yeah, and I think he was actually getting a little tense waiting for the big question, when's the canter going to come? And I mean, he was kind of almost starting to initiate it and tell me, yeah, you know what, you asked for canter, I'm going to be a little pissy about it. But the main thing again, which is exactly, you don't remember the first time? I didn't overreact, but I didn't back down. Once he started that whole canter thing, I'm saying to him, okay, you know what, you brought it up, but we're going to have to see this through now. But just very quiet, but very quiet with the hand.
Your hands.
Yeah, like, hey buddy, there's nothing that you can fight with here. And I was very careful not to get the leg too far back, but I was already feeling.
That was interesting.
Didn't get you anywhere, did it? Not, this isn't a strong feel, it's a soft feel. He definitely has this thing about thinking that the middle of the ring is kind of like a zone where he thinks, yeah, that can be a bit of a combat zone as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Because it's
in
right
the
in the middle, like
Yeah.
as we get to the middle, he seems to think that's his moment.